how wonderful. You're back again. Well, today of all days, 3 videos, you know. Good things come in threes, always do. But it's lovely to see you back. Time just flies by, doesn't it? Let's face it, the only time is now, really. You've only got to remember the future. What you feel about things and how much you feel will depend on what you objectify, really. But like I said, I'm glad to see that you've reflected on it. That, don't be fooled by the Esau. This is just one form of many, you know. This one comes adorned, this is always sort of silver, or some would say 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, you thought it was a book. You always do think it's a book, and you always think it's a literal story. I'll tell you what, you should see the coat inside, the amazing colours. Oh, you would not believe it. It's out of this world, it really is. But you know what they say? All are naked in front of the Creator. Well, of course, it's inside each and every one of you. You've just not found him yet. But I'm glad to see that you have, which I guess is why you're here. So, you want to talk about rates of pay? Okay, if you want to call it that. Well, untold riches, keys to the kingdom. It's infinite. Payment, no corrupt banking system. It's immediate and it's straight direct to you, from within you. It's so simple, really, isn't it? It's funny, you know, you've got this Archbishop Vigano calling out the Pope. So it's lovely to see that you've got red and blue team in the politics, and now you've got your equivalent of red and blue team in the Vatican. So the forces are split 50-50, but at the end of the day, it's all from the same source, isn't it? And it's all little game, really. Remember, there's chess, and there's a game of chess. Now, are you being a pawn? That's what I want to know. Are you being pushed from square to square? Are they trying to box you in, or are you finding the circle of life? Are you getting your own corona, for example? You've only got to cross from one side to the other. It depends which way you want to look at it, really. You can go that way or you can go that way, but I wouldn't do both because you're crossing yourself then. And remember, if they add so many verses with adverts and entrance you into the entrance, so you buy something material. But like this Esau, it's material, it's not going to last forever. Nothing does in this reality. See, we do things differently in this reality, but because it's all a little game, it's the sandpit. You ain't getting out until you've grown spiritually. You're just going to keep going round and round again. It's up to you which bit you want to be in and what part you want to play in it. Have all sorts of deserts if you want. You can have the Sahara. I mean, you can traipse around that and you can go roaming. Oh, you might think it was just 40 days, but think of what a great year is. That's 25,920. You want to think to yourself how lucky you are that you're here for this one, because you're seeing a change that only happens every 2,160 years. We're out of Pisces. We're in Aquarius. But just think about Aquarius. What is Aquarius? Is it a human? It's often depicted as one. It's depicted as a man. Outpouring. Outpouring what? It's an air sign. Air is spirit, remember. Pouring out the heart. Unconditional love, perhaps. That's up to you. That's always up to you. But I'm just going to sit here amused and just watch the game go round and round and round. I don't really care what anybody else thinks or what anybody else says, because this reality is lunacy. You're all out of your minds, in a way. Quite figuratively, you could say, because we're within the firmament. So we want to be of one mind, do we not? It's so simple, it's so funny. Oh look, I'm going into the planetary stage of the bringer of jollity now. But, oh, what a laugh. I sat here yesterday. One of my mother's friends came round. On this very table, she places down one of those things. And I said, well, it's a good thing I don't take that all seriously, isn't it? I said, because we eat food that's prepared on plates on that same table that you've just put that thing on. And I said, you do realise they're carcinogenic, don't you? And they're impregnated with Teflon. But, oh yeah, I know, she says, I'm getting all these spots around my mouth and around my nose. And you're still wearing one? Oh dear. Some people, you just can't help. Those that have the ears to hear will hear. Quite literally, it looks like. But don't be fooled by the outer garments. But I think you're going to start to tell which ones are real and which ones are plastic, for want of a better word. But who am I to judge? After all, it's unconditional. Same as the untold riches and the keys to the kingdom if you are a successful applicant. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'll have to go and isolate myself, I suppose. But age is eternity, and after all, it is the all-seeing eye. And let's remember, it should be that way. It's 999. This is a real emergency, you know. 1 and 1, you're in a binary world, so find that 911. Become one within yourself. Was that not shown to you? I think it was. I think it was shown, and it was put in plain sight for everybody to see. I really don't know what other magic trick, what other thing do you want to be shown on the external screen for you to realise these little clues that are being given. You can see them in a negative way if you want, but it's all magnetic, and if you understand anything about electricity, you know there's a minus and there's a positive. So which polarity have you got? Are you going to be positive? Oh look, let's have some fun. And I said, let there be light. Oh look, there you go. It's as easy as that. Just remember when. Put some feeling into it. It's open to everybody. There's no limits on this. It's all wonderful, really. It really is. And just enjoy it. Just look at the stories you're going to be able to tell your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren about how people behaved and how they were running round in circles in total confusion. Well, the answer is told you quite clearly, and it's all in your mind. If you believe all these scripts on this external screen, well, no wonder you got chaos. Well, bring some new order to the chaos within inside yourself. Find that internal peace, that inner standing, that inner being, that inner stillness, that contentedness, that unconditional love. That's all you need to do at the end of the day. Just be positive and get that wisdom, that power and wisdom. Hand over the controls to the Creator to work through you. And you've already been told it's all going to be given to you. That's the promise, which is part of the law and the promise. That's all you've got to do. It's not that difficult, really. But it is reflected on how much work you put in as to what you're going to get out of it. But that is always up to you. So, I shall say ta-ta for now and enjoy the rest of this wonderful day. And I hope you do too. Ta-ta.